Welcome back, YouTube. Today I have Seafoam for my motor. I've had this car for a week and I felt like I needed to do something to the engine since I really don't know the previous history. Unlike my Camaro, the engine was rebuilt, so I just need to make sure that the whole inside's clean. So I'm going to do my first Seafoam treatment. And if you guys don't know, it's my 2005 Forester XT. So first thing I'm going to do is start it up. I've already driven it around, so it's already at operating temperature, and that's the best time to do this. So get it started up if you don't already, and drive it around if it's cold. Alright, now that I have the engine on, I've got my Seafoam ready to go, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pull this vacuum line out. Once I pop this out, I'm going to slowly start pouring this in. You have to do it really slowly and make sure your engine doesn't die, and just monitor it the best you can. I didn't want to get any of the extra things that they have for pouring this in. I'm just going to do it slowly and feed it in. So I have some 3/8 by 1/4 little rubber hosing here. I just had a spool of it, and this is the size that's actually the same size as your vacuum line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this around there, and I'm going to slowly dip in and out of the Seafoam. So here I got my tubing hooked up, and I've got the engine running, and it's a lot more helpful if you have someone in the car revving the engine up to about 2,500 RPM. And then now that I have this nice long hose, I can slowly dip it into the Seafoam. And I'm just going to slowly start pouring it in. And wait for the engine to catch up, unless you have someone in the driver's seat pushing down the gas pedal to keep it at 2,000 RPM. Alright, so now I'm sitting in my car. I was slowly pouring it in there, as you guys saw, for, I don't know, 2 minutes-ish, until we saw the smoke out the tailpipe. And once I saw the smoke out the tailpipe, I turned the car off. Now we're going to wait 5 to 10 minutes, let everything settle in the system, break down, just give it time to sit throughout the system, because now that it's gone from the engine all the way to the tailpipe, we can chill in here. Little legs over here. We can chill out in here, let Seafoam do some work. And then once that's done, we're going to go back up to the front and continue. And once everything is said and done, I had a check engine light on. So what I did is I just disconnected the battery terminal and left it off for about 15 minutes. And this is basically resetting the ECU. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the key, which I don't have in there, into the on position, not starting it. And if you could hear that, I don't know if the camera picked it up, but there was some clicks down there. So now we turn it off. And now that it's off, we can start the car. And this is kind of a lengthy process anytime you need to disconnect the battery or you're trying to turn off your check engine lights, because, I mean, it makes sense if there's a lot of crap going through the system, the O2 sensors are going to pick it up. And if you put too much in for the Seafoam, then it's possible that your car will misfire and it'll keep that code on there for a while. So if you want to get rid of it quick, like I do, I'm going to do this because I don't have a code reader yet. So now I'm going to turn the car on. And my check engine light is not on anymore. And it's idling a little rough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep this idling until the fans kick on. And once the fans kick on, I'm going to turn the car off, let it sit for, I don't know, about 10 seconds, let it cool down a little bit, turn it back on, and do that a few times until the idle starts to go down a little bit. Basically what your car has to do is relearn how to idle, and because you reset it, it doesn't know the driving habits or your default idle where it should be. So it's going to work out some kinks, but yeah, Seafoam. So what you're going to do is you're going to have it idle. No, you're going to have it run for about, you're going to turn it off for about 10 seconds. You're going to leave it for about, and then start it back up for about 10 seconds.